Why study cranes? Cranes are one of the most observed animals in history. People everywhere on several continents have spent thousands of years telling stories, assigning myths and legends, and even imitating these birds while dancing. They are found in very old books by Cicero, Aristotle, and Homer. Some countries even have cranes on their stamps and coins. Can you imagine cranes on your money? But why? Why cranes? What is the love affair we humans have with cranes? Well, those magnificent birds are a lot like us. Adult cranes are about 4 feet tall, almost as tall as you. They walk on 2 legs, just like you. Cranes are very social. They like to get together and be noisy and dance. Cranes also paint their feathers or put on makeup. They only choose one other crane to be a parent with, and usually stay married for their whole life. Occasionally, the couple breaks up or divorces, and then each chooses another mate. Sometimes the young cranes fight and argue with their brothers or sisters. Of course, that never happens in your family, right? Cranes in history. Throughout history, cranes have become the subject of legends for an amazing amount of cultures. They have come to represent courage, strength, and harmony to many other kinds of people. Greek and Roman mythology tells how Apollo, the sun god, visited the mortal world where humans lived, disguised as a crane. It's said that Mercury developed the shapes of the alphabet letters by watching the patterns of cranes in flight. In Japanese culture, the crane represents happiness, marital bliss, and long life. For hundreds of years, crane images have been popular on Japanese wedding gowns. It is a tradition to give an origami crane to those who are ill in order to wish them long life. One girl, named Sadako, she was buried with 1,000 paper cranes her friends made for her. Cranes are the national birds of Nigeria, Uganda, and South Africa. Traditional dances where humans dress up and dance like cranes show up in cultures from Africa, Asia, Australia, and the native tribes in North America. There is even a martial art style developed after the movements of cranes. Wetlands and wading birds. Cranes have been around in their present form for a very long time. They are one of the oldest species of birds on Earth. They need land that fulfills their specific needs. These places are called wetlands. Wetlands are the areas between dry land and big water. This part is only as deep as a bathtub. Although these areas may have water for only a few weeks during the wet season, these shallow spots are very important to the cranes. Wetlands include marshes, bogs, fens, and swamps, anywhere the water is not too deep. Many types of animals and wildlife live in wetlands. Cranes belong to a group called wading birds. Other wading birds are herons, flamingos, and storks. All wading birds have long, bare, scaly legs. These long legs are to keep their bodies up and out of the water where they stay warm and dry. There are no feathers on their legs to soak up water, and there's not a lot of muscle to keep warm. So wading birds don't mind if their feet are cold. Wading birds also have extended necks to reach down for food and a hard bill for a mouth. The long bill helps to dig food out of the dirt. They walk on broad feet and long toes to help them balance and move in the mud. Characteristics of the sandhill crane. The scientific name for the sandhill crane is Grus canadensis.
Grus canadensis. I don't know. Canadensis. Grus canadensis.
Grus canadensis. What makes sandhills different from other wading birds? Well, the most distinctive feature of the sandhill crane is their red crown. The forehead of an adult crane is bright red. This red crown isn't made up of feathers, but a bald patch of skin. The more excited the crane is, the bigger and brighter the red crown becomes. Young cranes, called colts, don't have a red crown until they grow up. Cranes are covered all over, except for their legs and the red patch, with soft gray feathers. A crane's wingspan reaches up to 6 feet. That's bigger than your teacher lying sideways. They can fly 30 miles an hour. You can spot a crane because they flap their wings different from other birds. They have a slow downward stroke and a quick upstroke. Some cranes fly over 10,000 miles a year. Cranes are usually found in flocks unless it is nesting season. Then they strike out as a family to their nesting territory. Male cranes are called rowans and female cranes are called mares. Parents use the same nesting territory every year and usually have only 2 eggs. Colts, or young cranes, grow up very quickly and are ready to fly south with their parents within months. Cranes are beautiful and exciting animals that act a lot like us. But why do they come to the Platte River? And why only once a year? And where are they going, anyway?